Hey guys, welcome back to Play Desire and Decorum, Book 1, Chapter 5. You are heir to Edgewater if you can let a noble husband, or a wifey, get ready to make your way to London as England's most desirable heiress. Man, what is this? America's most eligible? Jeez. Anyways, I am ready, people. But I'm not gonna get a husband, I'm gonna get a wifey. Gonna get a wifey. Gonna be Miss Parsons. Desire and Decorum. Chapter 5, The Road to London. The morning after your father's big announcement, your grandmother finds you immediately after breakfast. I knew from the moment he brought you here that my son wouldn't let Edgewater go to Mr. Malcast. I knew he wanted to keep it in our bloodline. But only if I marry a man of rank. Well, yes, you can't hope to hold the estate against the Countess without support. What can the Countess do to stop me? She might kill you. Or anything, she'll attack your reputation, try to convince your suitors that you're exactly the uncultured ninny they expect. So you must show yourself to be the most courtly, graceful, knowledgeable, and charming young lady in all of London. I will make you proud, Grandma. Of course you will. You're a lady Dakota Edgewater, and all London will soon see that. The marriage market is a game, Dakota. You just have to learn the rules. Let us begin with your potential rivals, other families' hot daughters debuting this season as well. The Holloways, the Exeters, the Parsons, Miss Parsons. You turn to see Miss Parsons in the doorway, a wide smile on her face. Apologies for the intrusion, Mr. Woods said you were in here, and I took upon myself to join you. Of course, we're preparing for Dakota's debut. Now please attention, my dear. You need to know who you meet in London. Alfred Holloway is the Viscount of Lockdale. His daughter Felicity will be coming from their estate at Billington Hall to make her debut this season. Miss Parsons settles beside you or whispers in your ear. Alfred Holloway is an arrogant prick who looks like an Easter ham studded with clothes. Stifle a giggle. Something to say, Dakota. I'm sorry, Lady Grandmother. Miss Holloway's family is also tied by marriage to the Earl of Barrymore. Oh, avoid the Earl of Barrymore than Drury Lane. Dakota, are you paying attention? Who did I say was related to the Earl of Barrymore? I have no idea. The Holloways? Grandma looks surprised but gives a sly smile. Was that lucky guess or were you actually listening? No, that was lucky. I was listening, I promise. Never you mind. You simply will hear what I say with your friend is here, will you? I'm afraid not, my lady. I am a terrible distraction. You were worried then. Dakota should practice her embroidery as well. Your grandmother speaks from the room and Miss Parsons collapsed into the city of gills. She takes both of your hands, pulling you down beside her. Oh, Lady Dakota, I hope your grandmother can forgive me. I just can't contain myself, heir to Edgewater. Don't you wish I had a brother you could marry so we could be sisters in truth? I would rather wife you. Rather put a ring on it? Actually, I consider you my sister already. I'm aiming for a higher title than that. I would rather I could marry you. Ooh. Miss Parsons pulls back, startled. Her eyelashes flutter. You cannot mean that. Oh, I mean it. Everything. Would it not be better world we could choose whoever moves our hearts without regard to fortune or anything else? Miss Parsons takes your hand again. You feel the slight tremble of her palm. Would that were the world we live in? She pulls back her hand, turns away, blush creeping up to her neck. It's too nice a day to work indoors. Let's go to the gardens. You and Miss Parsons settle to the gardens with your embroidery frames and baskets of yarn. Looks nice. I never understood why my mother and the Countess always sew indoors. A gust of wind lifts her thread and threads to carry it away before she pulls it back down. That's probably why. Maybe they don't like the wind running off of their yarn. Can't you just imagine the Countess running after a threat? Her skirts lifted and her scrawny chicken legs going as fast as they can. You both like Miss Parsons peeks over the top of your embroidery frame. I love your sampler. I could tell you've been practicing. My grandmother says a lady must have perfect embroidery to succeed in the marriage market. Pah! Do they never think how miserable they make it sound when they call it like that? Marriage market will be, I don't know. How else are we to meet the richest and most noble men in England? Indeed. Well, I didn't mean it like that. Come, we shall be able to dance and attend the theater. You can't tell me you're not a little glad. If I did have to end with the wedding, I would be over the moon together. Miss Parsons sighs. My hair was a lie. My parents never had a reason to put me in the marriage market. We were sad. You missed some. Yes, I mean, I was never in love with Harry, but I was fond of him, and him me. What if I cannot ever find that again? She grows quiet. You both think about the decisions that await you in London. Don't worry, my girl. A few days later, Paris help you dress for the journey. Oh, I can't believe we're going to London. I thought maybe you'd find a husband there too. You'd be heartbroken to leave Mr. Woods. I thought for sure to find you sobbing on your bed this morning, or writing longing letters to your dear Mr. Woods. Ha! Barbara holds up her ink-stained fingers. I may have left a little note for him to find once we're gone. I knew it. But what makes a chance to go to London? Let him miss me a little. You glanced at the clock and jumped to your feet. I better get dressed. We're supposed to leave within the hour. Hurry a little most of your trunks, but you must pick what to wear for the journey. For sitting in a carriage? For meeting fellow travelers along the road. What if your future husband is riding to London right now? She leads you over to the wardrobe. For the most darling riding habit. Anyone who sees you in it will immediately need to get to know you better. Barb pulls out a military-style riding jacket in Edgewater colors of navy and gold. You try it on and she sets an antique ivory brooch at your neckline. Wear a habit forming on your road to leather to impress your friends and suitors. Increase your soul standing. How about no? But it does look nice. I think I'll just wear this. Right, might as well not run anything new on the journey. You can get changed when we get there. I mean, can I see what's in my closet though? I have to wait for it to show up. What do we have though? Probably nothing. Yeah, maiden fair is what I'm wearing, I think. Yeah, no. Look, perfect. Your father and Dower Counts are already outside waiting for you. Do you need me to? Go down. I'll finish getting everything packed and meet you and Miss Parsons in the carriage. Your father and grandmother are waiting in a warm sunshine just outside the door. Dakota, I cannot say how pleased I am to have you represent our family in London. I wish you the best of fortune and find a gentleman of status. Finding him, dazzling him, and reeling him in. Ha! I wish I could come with you. You're not coming to London? Not right away. I have a lot to handle the stay at the moment. I would prefer not to leave the Countess alone right after dropping that surprise. I will find a husband worthy of Edgewater. Or rather stay. I mean, I really would rather stay here, but can I find a wifey though that's worthy of Edgewater? I wish I could simply give you Edgewater without conditions, Dakota. And now I need support to claim my rights, sir. I shall seek to make the best marriage I can. I hope you find someone who will also make you happy. A marriage of advantage but without love can be bleak. Speaking of the Countess. Countess Henriette comes in from the stable without a glance at you. She directs a comment to your father over her shoulder. Edmund and his fiance was the voice Edmund and his fiance have gone ahead to London. Certainly there are already made many valuable connections. She sweeps to the house, slamming the door behind her. Mr. Marlcastle and Miss Sun will be in London with me? She said that the turn people against you, but grandmother pauses considering. They may not be as low as she thinks. If you treat them with kindness, you might still turn them against her, one or both. Oh, I'm gonna try. You can count on me. I tried doubt could change their minds or blind them with my charms. If the Countess were my mother, I will blind them with my charms. I shall show them both nothing but respect. Good. Emmett was a sweet boy, but his abilities have never matched his mother's ambitions. A flurry of hoofbeats by the syllables let you know your carriage is ready. Your grandmother calls to you as you start to walk over. I sent word for one of our girls to meet you in Miss Parks at the Elders Gate in London, and take you to the townhouse. Now go. At the stables, Mr. Harper is checking the fit of the harness on the masked gray horses. Good morning, Lady Dakota. It seems I'll be driving you and your ladies to London today. First time? Indeed. You see the injured horse from the other night tied to the back of the carriage, and pair of smooth neck. Hey, cutie. She remembers you. I knew you two had a special connection. I remember you too, beautiful. You should come in with us. How's her leg? Oh, she's walking again fine, but the Countess doesn't think she's fit to pull an Edgewater carriage. She wants me to sell her in London. Oh, no. Unless you want to keep her for yourself. She'll be a wonderful riding horse. Adopt the horse yourself and get a new companion in London and throughout all your travels to lock exclusive things. Zombie Glover. Hi, I'm sure we'll find a good buyer for her. I'm sorry, Clover. Well, I best get the rest of the baggage loaded. We'll be leaving in a minute. Mr. Harper climbs to the driver's box. It's a carriage, my lady. We're off to London. You sit down beside Briar and across the street from Miss Parsons as the carriage pulls through Edgewater Gates and onto the Green Line Country Road. Several hours later, the carriage pulls to a halt on the tree-lined dirt road. Mr. Harper leans back and calls to you and the ladies. This looks like a good spot to stop for luncheon. Ooh, it's beautiful. And there's already a picnic there. Moments later, Mr. Harper has laid a blanket on the soft grass and unpacked a lunch of bread, cold sliced meats, and crisp apples. Where's the cheese, though? This looks delicious. The dowager countess even sent lemonade. My favorite. Mine, too. You all fall ravishingly on the food. So what exactly does this marriage market consist of anyway? Surely Dakota isn't actually to be auctioned off. Well, you know, the girls from the best families compete to catch the eye of a man from an even better family, and most men try not to be called at all. Why ever not? I assume they like their independence. They are impressed with their choice. If I had a man's freedom, I'd not wish to lose it by being tied down to a wife. It's a game. They play because they're bored. Is it different outside the gentry? Hi, when we marry, we're looking for someone who'll help make our work lighter, bring us happiness. If you know money to gain, you might as well have the joy of it. Well, when it's not because the bride is already expecting, that is. Everyone laughs. You stand wiping the last crumbs from your mouth. I'm not ready to get back in the carriage again. I want to stretch my legs a little, maybe take a look at the lake. That sounds wonderful. I should love to join you. Enjoy our freedom before we're under the eye of everyone in London. As long as you're sure you can keep up with me. Miss Parsons winks at you, but Mr. Harper scans the road with a worried expression. Are you sure you won't prefer me to escort you in case there's trouble? What kind of trouble? Mr. Harper leans closer, murmuring softly in your ear. This could be our last chance to walk alone together for a while. I should like to take this time together we can. F you. Choose to spend time as Parsons or Mr. Harper in an exclusive and improved relationship. Boy! So, Mr. Harper, it's all to you, Miss Parsons. But I'm walk alone. I suspect I shall have little enough time to myself once we reach London. I had best take it now. You walk into the dewy meadow, holding your skirts above the grass. Remember running free in the fields of Grosshire. I wish you could see me now, Mama. Mama! Several hours later. Well, I like that the background is moving. You're dozing in the carriage with Briar and Miss Parsons. Mr. Harper's voice calls down from the driver's seat. You wake, ladies, we're almost in London. Already? You look out the window and see. Dun 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 dun. It's so huge. London is smelly. It's massive. I never seen anything like this in my life. I thought Edgewater was big. There's nearly 1.5 million people living here. It must be the grandest city in the world. Suddenly, the carriage slows and Mr. Harper calls down to you. Was someone supposed to meet us here? I look around. There's no one waiting in Edgewater's library. No one stopping or looking at you at all. Does anyone know how to get to the townhouse from here? The carriage is silent. You start climbing down. Dakota, where are you? I would totally love to explore. What's the point of waiting here where there's a whole city at our feet? You take a few steps away from the carriage, looking around for any landmarks or respectable-looking passerbys. Finally, you hear the sound of hoofbeats behind you, but they fade into the general din of the city. Lady Dakota, look out! What? Roll around and see a massive gold-decked coach barreling straight towards you. Jump out the way! You jump to the side, narrowly avoiding landing in the puddle. The driver frantically reins in his horse. At the last second, they pull up snorting. Ugh! Through the coach's window, you glance at a man's shocked face. As your knees buckle with relief, he leaps from the door and offers his strong arm support. Who the F are you? You're cute though, but who the F are you? If you wanted to meet me, you could have said so. Gracious lady, I offer you 1,000 apologies, and the head of my driver should you demand it. No, it's necessary. A joke, I do apologize. I do not ever expect to see so lovely a lady walking unescorted in London. I just arrived. My carriage is right here. The man bows with a flourish. I know it was bad from here not to wait to be introduced, but I am a foreigner and may take some liberties, no? An imperial prince, Hemi, envoyed to England from my cousin the Sultan. The Sultan? Yes, His Imperial Majesty Mahmud, the second Caliph. What? Names? Hello? This is Bester. I am delighted to make your acquaintance. Pleased to meet you, your handsomeness. You drop your knee in the best crush you can manage without dipping your skirt into the mug. Such formalities are unnecessary. I'm Lady Dakota Edgewater, Prince Hemi's space license recognition. Then you are the Earl of Edgewater's daughter. You nod cautiously. I have worked with your father in Parliament. He's a great man. Perhaps I could offer you a ride back to the townhouse? Thank you, yes, but I have a carriage ride. Your man can follow me, but tell me you will not deny me the opportunity to spend these few minutes with you, to apologize for the injury I nearly caused. You glance up at Miss Harper, who has been following the whole exchange closely. He gives a tiny nod. You're right. I will not deny you. I will not deny you that. Prince Hemi's coach is comfortable with plush cushions and well-sprung wheels that hardly jolt on the rutted streets. I have been posted in London for the better part of 2 years. It's my greatest pleasure to serve my sultan by traveling the world. Where else have you been? Before coming to London, I spent 3 years in Athens, and when at the court Tsar Alexander, it is my aim to see as much of the world as I can. You've been to so many places. I would love to travel the world. London is far enough from home for me. Have you fallen in love with him? I say that. I can't think of anything more interesting than seeing a whole new country every few years. And I hope you have the good fortune to see the world someday. I hope so. It makes you realize much of what you think inevitable is just custom. So what are you doing in London? I'm tasked with negotiating a treaty with Parliament, trade and borders for the most part. That sounds important. Oh yes, tremendously important, but very dull. Prince Hemi winks, making you laugh. My unfortunate Parliament moves with all the speed of a glacier, so I have vast amounts of time to feel for myself. By running down young ladies in the street. Only today, but perhaps it's something I should try more often. Should always introduce me to someone so lovely. The carriage pulls up in front of the stately townhouse. Prince Hemi opens the door and helps you out. I suppose I must bid you farewell now. This is your father's home, and you will wish to see it. Thank you for your ride, your highness. The prince bows with an exaggerated frown. Lady Dakota, I'm heart sore that our time to get the answer soon. Now that we are here, I wish I had led you through half of the city before we stopped. Are you suggesting you would mislead me? Never. Only take the most roundabout route so I could enjoy your company that much longer. Surely you have more interesting people clamoring to talk to you. No, I find you fascinating, Lady Dakota Edgewater. I have met so few English ladies and none have been like you. That's something every guy says. Shut up. I must get to know you better. F you. You just turned me off. How we will be able to meet again. Welcome me now, Lady Dakota. We are both outsiders to London. Let me show you the city. I have a moment learned to bask in your beauty. This dude! Tour London with Prince Henry is exclusive for a chance to get... No. This dude is just too flirty. Get out of here. I'm sorry, Your Highness, but I have friends in my own carriage who are also strangers here. I cannot leave them to go inside alone. Hi, you are kind and gallant then, as well as beautiful. I shall simply have to make an effort to see you at another time. The prince walks you to the steps of the townhouse where Briar and Miss Parsons are waiting. I trust you are here for the season? Indeed. Now I shall certainly see you again. The dances and the balls of the landscapes are my favorite part of being stationed here. The prince lifts your hand to his and plants a kiss on the first two knuckles, lingering for a brief moment. Ahem! Until we meet again. Briar and Miss Parsons look at you with burning curiosity as the prince remounts his carriage and drives off. Who is that tall, dark Adonis? Shh, man, Stelly. I believe that was Prince Jaime of the Otome Empire. He gives you a slightly jealous look. He seems to have taken quite well to you. Hush, he was only being a gentleman. The three of you mount the stairs to push the door open to see. Mr. Milecaster just coming downstairs. He jumps in surprise as he sees you. Brother, Lady Dakota, you're here. Why didn't no one meet my carriage at Alder's Gate as the Dowager Countess commanded? I never heard anything about... I just found a piece of paper clutched in his hand. You take it from him and read. Send a groom to Alder's Gate on April the 3rd. Miss Milecaster abruptly snatches the letter back. I heard that is... Boy, clearly you received my lady grandmother's letter. So why did you leave us lost and stranded in London? Did your mother intend I never make it here at all? Hello? Hello? Next time I desire Decorum, it's time for your London debut. Can you make your mark on society today? Or will Mr. Milecaster sabotage your chances? I will not let that happen. I'm determined to not let that happen. So, this chapter was alright. Hamid... Like, dude, your charms are way too charming. I still want to be with my Miss Parsons. So I'll see you guys next week for the next chapter of Desire Decorum. So see you then. Bye-bye.